the Rockford Boylan Catholic High School and Huntley High School. And the opening tip is taken by Rockford Boylan, and they'll start off the game. With the basketball is Sam Furley. Swung back up towards the top of the key. With the basketball now is Luke McDermott. Pass inside the lane. The layup is good. An initial basket by Anthony Foreman. And just like that, Boylan's on the board. So now coming back the other way is Huntley on the drive. The layup counted in the foul. A nice move inside by the post player, and just like Huntley has tied the game, and they're looking to take the early lead. So one shot upcoming. Rebound going back the other way, and the ball will belong. It was initially going to go to Boylan, but we have a jump ball, and the possession arrow will stay with Huntley. So they'll get the basketball back after making a bucket, and they're going to hope to take the lead in their first two possessions of the basketball game. Ball's to be inbounded, and it is, and a jump shot from about 12 feet, no good. That shot was missed by Danny Spaeth. Coming back the other way is Rockford Boylan. Drive, spin inside, and we have a blocking foul coming up against Huntley. And Furley was able to make the drive, but there was a foul called, so it wasn't a shooting foul, so the ball be inbounded on the baseline. With 7:19 now left in the first quarter. It's 2-2 between Boylan and Huntley. Well, the inbounds pass was a little bit too far. Now here comes Huntley back the other way. Michael Parks drives into the lane, loses the basketball, but it's J.J. Flores who comes out with it for Huntley. And a shot is missed inside. Now here comes Boylan back the other way. A deep pass there. It's Hunter Deckman. Passes inside, and Furley cannot make it. Here comes Huntley back the other way. On the dribble. Kick back outside. Kick back towards the top of the key. Now on the dribble is Kyle Wogu, and he misses the shot. Now coming back the other way will be Boylan. On the dribble now, it's Luke McDermott. Pass inside, spinning, layup is good by Anthony Foreman, and Boylan takes the early 4-2 lead with 6:31 left here in the first quarter. Now on the dribble, Hunter Deckman, pass inside, and the layup is good. That was good by Kyle Wogu. Kicks back in the corner now the other way. Boylan with a three attempt, no good, attempted by Deckman. And now here comes Huntley back the other way. A 4-4 tie with 6:08 left in the first. Danny Spaeth on the dribble, kicks it out in the corner. Kyle Wogu. The ball swung all the way back around to J.J. Flores. Now a dribble drive into the lane, kick inside. And a layup attempt with the left hand is good. Nicely attempted there by Danny Spaeth. It's now a 6-4 lead for Huntley. On the dribble drive now. Layup attempt no good. Missing that one was Zach Cooper, who entered the game. Other way now. Layup attempt no good for Huntley. Now here comes Boylan back the other way. On the dribble now is Luke McDermott. Drives in. Right-handed layup, no good. Rebound to Kyle Wogu. Kicks it out in the corner. Now a three-ball attempt for Huntley, no good. And a rebound in the corner. It's picked up by the Raiders. And we have a traveling violation on Huntley, and the ball's going to belong to Boylan. So now checking back into the game for Boylan will be Angelo Seminario. Seminario enters the game for the first time this afternoon. Now Boylan with the basketball is Luke McDermott on the dribble. Sam Furley had it, and now it's Hunter Deckman back towards the top of the key. It's going to be swung around. Passed inside now to Anthony Foreman. Kicks it out, and a jumper is good. Nicely done there by Furley. And just like that, we're all tied up at 6 with 4:53 left in the opening quarter. It's 6-6. Driving in the lane, and a nice left-handed layup is good. Nice play by Kyle Wogu. It's 8-6 now in favor of Huntley. Ball being swung around. It's Danny Spaeth with the basketball. Passes it over. Furley, jumper, good. Some nice mid-range there from Sam Furley for the second time this afternoon already. Dribble kicked it into the corner. A dribble drive, a spin, and a kick out. But before we can have that, we have a walk on Kyle Wogu. And the score is 8-8 with 4:23 left here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here as a Beacon Academy production of the Hinkle Holiday Classic. Jim Hinkle, a former head coach at Jacobs High School. Also had some time coaching at ECC. Now they're naming this tournament after him. Fairly inside, trying to hit his man and Foreman. He does, and there's a foul called on the inside. With 4:11 left here in the first quarter, we're all tied up at 8. Ball's going to be passed in by Fairley. Now back towards the top of the key, and we have an offensive foul, an illegal screen. It's Deckman with the guilty party there. He has his first foul, team second. Yeah, we're going to have 4 new Boylan players enter the game. Boylan in a all green uniforms that you can see there on your screen. They are also in the same conference in the Rockford area as Rockford Jefferson, as you just saw, the Northern Illinois 10 conference. Got some good teams in that area. Now a 3-ball left wing corner, book it. So that one is good. And now on the dribble. Boylan with a shot, and there's no good, but a foul. That's going to be 2 shots coming up from Max Farson. And that's got Kyle Wogu with the guilty party. That's his first foul, the team's third. And now shooting a pair for Boylan will be Max Farson. Farson was 0 for 1 in his first game earlier in the tournament on Saturday, and he makes the first one. He finished with 6 total points in that first game, and now he makes a pair of free throws. His first 2 makes of the tournament. The ball is inbounded. It's going to be dribbled back up here. On the dribble now is J.J. Flores. And now battling for a jump ball, nicely done by Wogu. As well inside is Frank Alvarez, and the ball is going to be in possession of Rockford Boylan. And now the inbounds pass goes to Reed Roulette. Ball back at the top of the key now. It's Max Farson. Farson hands it off to Seminario. It's being swung back around. Here's Alvarez. The Seminario inside, puts up a jumper. No good. Battle forward and a rebound going back the other way to Huntley. The Raiders with the 1-point lead here early on. They are in the Fox Valley Conference, along with many of the teams in this tournament, including Jacobs, the host, and Dundee Crown. That's all on one side of the conference, in the Valley part of the conference. That 3-pointer no good. Passed back, and it's going to be saved by Rockford Boylan. They come back the other way. Stretch pass deep. And now with it, it's Max Farson. Now the dribble is Ronan Jansen. Swung back towards the top. Seminario, he walked before he could get a shot up, and the ball is going to belong to Huntley as they have a 1-point lead early on. We have an early timeout called by the team in front in Huntley. So a good start thus far for both of these teams. A lot of good offense from both sides, some good penetration, some decent outside shooting, not as much as we've seen in earlier games, but that could easily change before this game is all said and done. A reminder that we have plenty of action for you. As long as you stay right here in the 2015 Hinkle YouTube channel, you'll be able to find all of the games here in the tournament right here, so be sure to stick around. Austin Anderson here on the Beacon Academy Network, presented by Meyer. I'll be here for this game and the next one. So now on the dribble for Huntley will be Alec Koss. Now driving in the lane is J.J. Flores. And a shot rims around, no good, kicked all the way back out. There's a 3 attempt there for Alec Koss, no good. And it's kept alive by Huntley. So he swung around, dribble drive in the corner. The layup is no good. Battle for it. It's kept alive by the Raiders. Now the 3 is good. Nice shot by the post player from the outside. Now with 2:07 left in the first quarter, it's 11-10. The lead now in favor. They're extending the lead there for Huntley. Ball passed inside. On the dribble inside is Frank Alvarez. He puts up a shot. Got it. So now coming back the other way will be Huntley. Jump shot again, no good. Battle for the board now. Coming back up with it is Rockford Boylan. Seminario. Swung back around. Here's Reed Roulette. And we have a foul underneath, no shot. Minute 38 left in the first quarter, 14-12 in favor of Huntley. A minute 38 left in the first quarter, 14-12. Thank you to all of our crew working today's game. This cannot be done without you. Great job throughout the day in the tournament thus far. Now here's a dribble and a shot, a mid-range shot is missed there on the attempt by Luke McDermott, and we have another foul with a minute 29 left in the first, 14-12, as your scoreboard reads in favor of the Huntley Red Raiders. So the first free throw upcoming for Sam Bayerly. He makes that one. Bayerly was 6 for 6 last game, 100% from the free throw line. That's not surprising considering his jump shot abilities we've seen thus far. He only had one made 2-point field goal in the first game. He's already doubled that in the second game. So some good efforts thus far for Rockford Boylan. And the free throw is good. So a minute 29 here left in the first quarter, 14 all. And a deep long pass is corralled. And Huntley's going to go back to work, kicking the corner. They're resetting the offense. The pass inside is intercepted by Boylan. Coming back the other way is Hunter Deckman. Puts up a wild shot, no good, and Boylan's going to come back the other way. They're going to reset the offense with Alec Koss. Koss swings it back around to the post player at the top of the key. Back to Koss. Wide open three. Book it. Looked like a free throw coming out of his hand there for Koss. He was so wide open. And just like that, Huntley regains the lead at 17-14. Now a three to answer by Fairley. No. And the board to the Raiders. Alec Koss with it. Danny Spaeth swung back around to Koss. Koss back to the top of the key. Swung back around. Now with it now is Kyle Wogu. Alec Koss drives into the lane. A nice pass, but a little too far. Trying to hit Danny Spaeth. It goes out of bounds. 31.5 left here in the first quarter. It's 17-14 in favor of Huntley. Ball now to be inbounded. On the dribble for Boylan is Luke McDermott. McDermott in the first game finished with 9 points. He did not get double figures, but was the fourth leading scorer for Boylan. 16 seconds left now in the first quarter. It's a 17-14 lead for Huntley, and Boylan's going to try to get on the scoreboard here before the quarter ends. Kicks it back out in the corner, but an errant throw by Fairley goes out of bounds with 7.5 left in the first quarter. It's 17-14 in favor of Huntley. So the Red Raiders will get one last chance. We haven't heard too much yet from J.J. Flores, who led Huntley with 22 points in the first game. They're counting down the time here. 5 seconds and 4, 2 seconds. There's Flores with the shot, no good, and that'll end the first quarter of play. So as I mentioned, Flores' name, there he goes. So just getting things started here, a 17-14 lead. Another good game. We're getting some very good action here in day 2. Just a reminder about games that are upcoming. Later on today, we have Zion Benton and Grant. I'll have that one at 3 p.m. And then there are a slew of games later on this afternoon. Cary Grove, Marion Central, Crystal Lake South and Barrington, and Johnsburg and Jacobs. Of course, Jacobs with a big game tonight as a host team. They could get a good feeling if they could possibly get into the title rounds if they can pull off a win tonight and get some help. Obviously, they run the table. They will get into the top bracket rounds, but this will be a big, big game for Jacobs. But they're facing a Johnsburg team who fell to Jefferson earlier on, and that Jefferson-Jacobs game that'll happen tomorrow, that will be a dandy. So you'll definitely want to tune into all these games. Thank you for joining us here on this broadcast of the Hinkle basketball tournament, brought to you by Meyer. The Beacon Academy, again, in charge of this, and thanks to all the help from the Beacon Academy in putting this broadcast together. A very well done job by all of you. So now bringing up the ball for Huntley is J.J. Flores. Flores swings it across to Kyle Wogu. Now on the dribble, they're back towards, it's Wogu. Back up to Flores. Flores kicks it. Now number 10 has it and swung back around. Here's Flores, loses the basketball, out of bounds, stays with Huntley off a deflection. The Boylan fans aren't too happy about that call, but the ball's going to be inbound anyways in favor to Huntley. Ball inside, it's Wogu. Wogu spins, and a nice up and under move, no good. And coming back the other way will be Boylan. And they're on the fast break, driving into the lane now. It's Zach Cooper. No, and a tap-in is good, and I believe it was Foreman who got a piece of it. An athletic tip-in. It was Foreman. It was an athletic tip nonetheless. And just like that, Boylan's back within one. It's 17-16. 7-11 left here in the second quarter. Ball swung up back towards the top of the key, now into the corner. Ball bounced into the post player. Goes up with his left hand, no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. So Huntley holding this early lead. And they're looking to continue their offensive abilities thus far as they're able to get 17 points in the first quarter. First free throw's up and good. So the free throws are being attempted here by number 31, and we do not have a number on his roster for number 31, so we certainly do apologize for that. And another free throw to come. That one's up and good. So a pair of free throws made by number 31. Now a drive in the other way, layup, count it. Luke McDermott with the nice layup and the drive from the right side. And now we have a trap attempt. We have a foul called against Boylan. It's a 19-18 score in favor of Huntley with 6:49 now left in the second quarter. Austin Anderson here. I'll be here for the next two games on the Beacon Academy's production of the Hinkle Holiday Classic at Jacobs High School in Algonquin, Illinois. The ball's going to be swung across there, and on the dribble now is J.J. Flores. The pass now inside of 31, inside the lane. Fakes a shot, puts up another one, no good. And now with it's Wogu. Swung back. It's Michael Parks. Swings it over to Flores. Now it's Spaeth. Spaeth back to Flores. Swings it across. Spaeth to Flores. Flores loses the basketball. Now coming back the other way is Boylan. A nice stop and dribble layup, good. Good attempt there by Zach Cooper. Gets that one to go, and Boylan now takes the 20-19 lead. Now we have a charge called against Huntley. So Boylan is going to look to extend their 1-point lead with 6:06 here left in the second quarter. So now the ball will be inbounded. And it is successfully to Luke McDermott. Swings it over to the corner to Sam Fairley. Fairley towards the top of the key to Luke McDermott. McDermott on the dribble. Waiting for a screen. He gets it. Now a pass inside on the dribble. A kick back out to the corner. On the drive, Cooper lays it up. Good. And now a hobbling Cooper gets that one to go. It's 22-19 in favor of Boylan, and they nearly get another steal. Nice play there by Spaeth. So 22-19 is the score. Checking into the game now for Huntley will be Alec Koss. On the dribble now is Spaeth. Spaeth swings it over. Now pass inside. It's Wogu with it. Swings it back outside. Inside to Wogu. Tries to go up with his right hand. He cannot. Loose ball, picked up though by Koss. Swung back around. Spaeth with the jumper. Got it. Danny Spaeth with that one. And with a little over 5 minutes left here in the second quarter, Huntley retakes the lead until now as a nice driving layup was made by Luke McDermott. Seminario loses the basketball. And Fairley was fouled. So 1 and a bonus. Upcoming. 24-21 in favor of Boylan. 7 fouls now on Huntley already. A pair of free throws. Well, excuse me, 1 in a bonus here for Sam Fairley, and he makes the first one, so it'll end up being a pair. Maybe I was confident in his 100% free throw percentage that he has in this tournament, and now we have a timeout called and Huntley's sake as they now trail by 4. Another free throw to come for Boylan. Huntley had control of this game early on, but they weren't able to hold it as a recent fury from Boylan has given them the lead here to start the second quarter. Sam Fairley has been one of the key stories, has been able to make the jump shots in the corners, has made a pair of those, a couple of free throws. He's led this Boylan Catholic High School team. Again, they're in the Northern Illinois Conference, or also known as the Northern Illinois 10. And including teams from this tournament includes Jefferson High School, as you saw earlier. They have other teams including Auburn, Belvedere, Belvedere North, East High, Freeport, Gifford, Harlem, and Hoganau High Schools. And they're in that conference. As we mentioned earlier, Huntley High School has joined the Fox Valley Conference. And in their Valley Division alone, we have a few teams from this tournament. Dundee Crown, Crystal Lake South, Cary Grove, Jacobs. McHenry's also in this tournament. And that's on the Valley side alone, so a very strong conference indeed in the Fox Valley Conference. One free throw coming. As this attempt will be taken by Fairley, whose 100% free throw percentage is on the line in this tournament, and he continues it. A very valuable asset for the team in green. Now we have a block foul upcoming against Angelo Seminario. Excuse me, they're going to call it on Luke McDermott from the side. It appeared it was going to be on Seminario, but it was on McDermott from the contact on the side. So the ball is going to be passed in. It's Alec Koss finding Danny Spaeth. Spaeth on the dribble, swings it around back towards the top. It's Alec Koss. Koss back to 31, swung back across. Here's Koss. Koss towards the top, swung back into the corner. A three-pointer from the right wing, no good. A battle for the rebound. It goes off the Huntley player and out of bounds. That was off Luke Mankey. Now the ball is being swung back around. And a 3-ball attempt for Boylan that goes no good. That attempt there was taken by Cooper. And now coming back the other way will be the Huntley Raiders. Michael Parks, one of the starters who hasn't factored in too much as of late. Swung back towards the top. Swing over. Kick back towards the top. It's Parks. Parks over to Luke Mankey. Back towards the top. Swung back over. A 3-ball. No good on that attempt, but it's going to be trying to be kept in by Parks. He cannot. And guess who with the rebound for Boylan but Sam Fairley. Ball back, swinging across. Back towards the top of the key. Now sent back inside to Zach Cooper. Back towards the top. Dribble drive in, the layup rattles out on that attempt there by Seminario. Now here comes Huntley back the other way with 3:28 now left in the second quarter. It's 26-21 in favor of Boylan, as you see on your score graphic at home on your computer screens. On the dribble now, it's Michael Parks. Tries to throw a pass inside. And set a 3-ball attempt from 31. Rattles out. He had one earlier today, but cannot make that one. Kicks that back in the corner. Zach Cooper swings it back to Reed Roulette. A deflection, and it's intercepted by Parks. Parks Gives it off to Koss, who crosses the timeline. Waiting for it. Swung back across. Here's Koss. On the dribble, into the lane. Trying to find a man and does at the top of the key. He finds Mankey. And a jump shot, no good, and a rebound. Do you guess who again? Sam Fairley. Ball back towards the top of the key. On the dribble now for Boylan, his Reed Roulette. Back over to Angelo Seminario. Now it's Foreman. Pass inside to Fairley. Another jumper, no. Rebound going back the other way. It's Alec Koss. Koss on the dribble, crosses the timeline. Waiting for a screen and gets it. Koss trying to drive into the lane, kicks it back outside. 31 in the drive, in the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Michael Parks drives into the floater. No, rebound. Back to Boylan, and we're gonna have a foul upcoming on Mankey as he knocked down Reed Roulette. Mankey with his second, the team's 8th, so a pair of free throws. Or one in the bonus for Reed Roulette. So Roulette will fire a pair here if he can make the first. If he doesn't make the first, then the rebound could be a possibility for Huntley. And the free throw is good, so he gets another. Boylan's free throw percentage has been solid thus far. Coming into the game, Rockford Boylan was an 88% free throw percentage as a team, so that could be a decisive factor. It appears to be thus far. And now checking back into the game is Anthony Foreman. That's 88% for the tournament, by the way. That's not for their cumulative stats. But nonetheless, a very impressive stat, and that did not get lowered as today's shooters are doing quite well. Now a pass inside to Wogu with the left hand. So now the lead's been cut to 5 at 28-23, the minute 37 left here in the second quarter. Austin Anderson here on the Beacon Academy Network. And the next shot was blocked by Wogu, but a foul. So Foreman to shoot a pair here. And he misses the first with a minute 29 now left in the second. It's 28-23 in favor of Boylan, trying to extend this lead now. Rattles out, no good. Huntley gonna come back the other way. JJ Flores. Flores on the dribble, kicks it back outside, swung into the corner. Jamison Alaire. Back to the top of the key of JJ Flores. Flores back towards the top, and it's gonna be an over and back violation. No, they don't call it. And now they do after the fact. So they now call an over and back violation. It wasn't called initially, and now they call it. The reason why there was confusion was because Wogu was the one who deflected it, but the referees thought it was Boylan initially, one of the Boylan players who deflected it, but that's not the case. So here is Reed Roulette with a minute left in the first half and up by 5. Dribbles it back towards the top of the key. Dribble drive into the lane. A jump shot, no good on that attempt there by Cooper. And we have a foul against Boylan. It'll be a ball, will be inbounded on the baseline, as that'll be the team's 6th foul for Boylan, not the team's 7th. 55 seconds now left in the second quarter. A 28-23 lead in favor of Boylan. Wogu's gonna get the ball across the timeline, kicks out to the corner. Swung back around. A pass inside now with its main key. Layup, no. Battle for it, saved nicely by Seminario. Ball's gonna be brought up against the timeline. With the ball for Boylan is Reed Roulette. 22 seconds now left in the second quarter. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Ball's gonna be swung back around. Roulette drives, in trouble, kicks it outside. A 3-ball for Boylan. Rattles out. And now Wogu's gonna get a last chance. He won't as the ball falls away. And that will be their score at the first half. So despite the early lead by Huntley, they find themselves now trailing to Boylan 28-23 after one half of play. This is coverage of the Hinkle Holiday Tournament on the Beacon Academy Network, brought to you by Meyer. game number 2 for these teams. In the first game for these two teams on Saturday afternoon, that's when round 1 was, Huntley found themselves on the losing end of things. They are now 0-1. A loss today would be detrimental to chances of getting out of the group. And they fell to South Elgin 77-58. South Elgin being one of the notoriously good teams here in this tournament. And then you also look on the other side at Rockford. Boylan, they're 1-0, so a win would definitely help their chances in moving on in this tournament. Now a layup is inside and good. Oladipo with that one. And just like that, we just have the start of the second half in favor of a Huntley basket. Now they find their deficit down to 7. The ball's loose, and Boylan's going to come back the other way. And a three-pointer is good. A three-point shot was good by Luke McDermott. And Boylan's off to the races to start the second half. It's a 33-23 lead for Boylan. And now we have a jump ball called, possession arrow to Huntley. So just like that, things are off and rolling now for Boylan. 5 quick points. Now we have a timeout called by Huntley. So we just got things started here in the third quarter. A quick 5-0 run, including a big 3. That was just hit by McDermott. Reminder, there's a lot of games after this one. Grant and Zion Benton at 3. I'll have that one. Cary Grove and Marion Central. That's at 4:30. Crystal Lake South and Barrington will be a 6 o'clock tip-off. And Johnsburg and Jacobs will wrap things up today at 7:30. Then we have a full day of action again tomorrow in group play. And then we have pool play, as we have a first place, second place, third place, and fourth place pools, and it'll be a single. There'll be 8 games the next day, but if you want to advance in your tournament in those pools, you'll have to win your games, of course. So the semifinals will be between the 4 top teams. Now the ball gets deflected out of bounds, and it'll belong to Boylan. So a lot's at stake in every one of these pool play games in regards to this tournament. Unfortunately for the teams that are not doing so hot thus far, each game just counts as one regular game in the IHSA total records. So other than getting the trophy and getting a couple other wins, thankfully for these teams, the playoff seedings won't be too much affected. Now the ball's out of bounds, and it'll go and stay with Boylan. Now the ball's going to be inbounded. Barely with the ball at the top of the key, hands it off. Now with it is Zach Cooper. Cooper hands it back. Now the pass inside. Fairley goes up with his right hand and gets it to rattle in. Sam Fairley yet again. Fairley's keeping this team on a good pace offensively. Now pass inside and a layup attempt no good, but a foul. Wogu with the attempt, and now a foul will be called against Boylan, and Wogu will go to the line and shoot a pair. He didn't shoot free throws in the first game of this tournament. So 2 shots upcoming for Wogu. First one, good. So Wogu's free throw cuts the deficit to 11 at 35-24. The next free throw is upcoming. And that one is good. So now the ball is inbounded. And bringing up the basketball is Luke McDermott for Boylan, who had a key 3 to start off this run for Boylan in the second half. The lead's up to 10 after being single digits most of the game. McDermott, a stretch pass inside, nicely done. Cooper tries to go up. A couple of deflections, it's off Cooper, and the ball belonged to Huntley. Now the ball's going to be inbounded. Bringing it up is J.J. Flores for the Raiders, and an errant pass trying to hit Oladipo. Goes out of bounds. Now the ball's going to be inbounded in for Boylan. Luke McDermott with the pass in. A stretch pass across. Deckman thought about a shot. And now a kick out to an attempt there for Cooper's no good. Now here comes Huntley back the other way. Danny Spaeth into the corner. Dribble drive into the lane. Layup, good, foul. J.J. Flores with a big layup. Cuts the deficit to 8 and a free throw to boot. McDermott's third foul, so he'll leave the game, and Reed Roulette will enter the game now for Boylan. Normally for Huntley, Larry Oladipo wears number 22 and Matthew Sang wears number 24, but at 5 minutes before the game started, they switched numbers. So Sang is now 10 and Oladipo is 31. Free throw is good. And now Boylan with the basketball after the lead's been trimmed to 7. Here's Reed Roulette. Ball being swung across, now at the top of the key. Hunter Deckman. Back to Sam Fairley. Fairley drives, kicking the corner. Dribble driving into the lane. With the ball now is Fairley. Fairley spins. Goes up with his right hand and scores. Sam Fairley with some very good fundamental post play. The lead's back up to 9. On the dribble now with the basketball was Flores, and now he hands it off. And the pass gets intercepted. Boylan back the other way. Here's Roulette driving in the lane, hands it off. And the layup is good by Anthony Foreman. Huntley with the basketball. And another steal. Here's Roulette on the drive into the lane. Goes up with his right hand, gets it to go. Reed Roulette with back-to-back layups, and the lead's now up to a 13-point lead, 41-28. And back the other way, a foul as a Larry Oladipo layup attempt was blocked, but not legally, and there'll be a 2-shot foul coming up for Oladipo. The first free throw, no good from Oladipo. It hits the front iron. Entering the game now for Boylan is Max Farson. In for Huntley is Danny Spaeth, as well as Matthew Sang. The first free throw, or the second free throw, excuse me, for Oladipo. Goes in, and now he'll check out. His check into the game will be Luke Mankey. Mankey just had a layup in the first game. Not much here in game 2. Here's Roulette at the top of the key. Passes it off to Hunter Deckman. Now pass inside, and guess who? It's Sam Fairley again. Been on an absolute tear in this one. Huntley coming back the other way. Kicks it back towards the top of the key, and now dribbling is J.J. Flores. Flores drives in, up with the left hand, no, but a foul. It'll be against Max Farson with 4:12 now left in the third quarter. It's 43-29 in favor of Boylan. Boylan High School, their mascot is the Titans. The team joined the conference of the Northern Illinois 10 in 1964, so a lot of longevity in this conference. And the first free throw is no good. Checking back into the game now for Boylan will be Ronan Jansen. Jansen finished with a pair in the first game. Free throw by Jansen is good. And now coming back the other way will be Boylan. It's Reed Roulette with his team up 13 with about 4 minutes left in the third. Layup shot, no good. Coming back the other way will be Huntley. On the dribble now. It's swung back across for Flores. Kicks into the corner. A three is good. Matthew Sang from downtown. That's his second 3 of the ball game. 3rd of the tournament. And a pass inside goes out of bounds. So here by 10 with 3:39 now left in the third. Now the ball being inbounded successfully. The pass up ahead. And we have an offensive foul going the other way. as the guilty party will be, it'll be Matt Sang, who's guilty of the offensive foul. Roulette took the charge, and with 3:34 left, Boylan's basketball with a 10-point lead. Now the ball is inbounded. It's Rockford Boylan with it. It's Reed Roulette looking for a pass inside. He hits him. It's Fairley inside. Kicks it back out. A little floater from about 12 feet. Got it. Seminario gets on the board. And the lead is up to 12 again for Boylan. Now on the dribble. Spaeth gets across the timeline. An errant pass by Koss goes out of play. And the ball will go back to Boylan, and Oladipo will check back in for Huntley. And now entering the game for Boylan will be Anthony Foreman. So a 12-point lead for Boylan as they got off to a great start this third quarter. Roulette on the dribble, hands it back. Max Farson inside, layup with the right hand, no. Battle for it, loose, layup, no. Battle for it inside, who's it off? It's off Oladipo, and he'll stay with Boylan. Now entering the game for Boylan will be Max Farson. Excuse me, actually Huntley's bringing a few players. It'll be Jamison Allauer as well as Matthew Sang. The kick out into the corner, a drive. Seminario jumper, no good. Rebound inside, and we have a foul called. With 2:43 now left in the third, it's 45-33 in favor of the visiting Rockford Boylan. Oladipo's second foul. The ball's passed inside, and a wide open layup there for Ronan Jansen. It's now 45-33 in favor, 47-43 in favor of Boylan. A 14-point game. Kick back out, a three-ball deep, an air ball attempt there by Sang. He's hit a couple this game, but he cannot get that one to go. And Boylan is now starting to build a comfortable lead of 14. And time is not on Huntley's side as we only have about a little over 10 minutes left in regulation. Roulette with the basketball, hits the corner. Trying to hit Farson. Inside, stolen away by Flores, but he stepped out of bounds. So the ball is going to belong to Boylan. Anthony Foreman to pass it in. He does get it in. Ball at the top of the key. Roulette. A pass inside. Nicely done. Layup good by Ronan Jansen. It's a 16-point lead. It's 49-33. The deep pass up ahead. Boylan gets a steal, and they're off to the races. It's Foreman. Drives into the lane. Goes up with his right hand. It's a foul, though. A blocking foul, and a pair of shots coming up for Anthony Foreman. With 1:50 left in the third, it's a 49-33 score in favor of Boylan. So a pair of free throws coming up for Boylan and Anthony Foreman. First one. Wide right. Back in for Huntley is Kyle Wogu. Wogu finished with 8 points in the first game. A reminder, we have some more action coming up this afternoon. Up next will be Sign, Benton, and Grant right here on the Beacon Academy Network. And checking into the game for Boylan is Zach Cooper. So minute 50 now left in the third. Time's not on Huntley's side. They trail by 17. Their largest deficit of the day. Now coming back the other way. Roulette with another layup. Boylan still enforcing the trap. Flores loses the basketball, but a foul first. And not liking the call there was Anthony Foreman as he picked up a foul. The ball will be passed in on the far sideline. It gets in. Jamison Allauer throws it off to Larry Oladipo. Pass inside Oladipo. He steps back, thought about a three, sends it back to the top of the key. Jamison Alar on the dribble. Alar to Kyle Wogu. Wogu over in the corner. Bounce pass inside. Spins. Layup. Oladipo, no, but he goes to the line to shoot two. So a minute 09 left here in the third. A 19-point lead for Boylan, their largest of the game. And Oladipo is going to hope to start a comeback with just about 9 minutes left in regulation. And the first free throw is on its way, and it rattles home. Checking into the game for Boylan, a pair of players, including Sam Fairley and also Hunter Deckman. So a pair of starters return now for the Boylan Titans, who already have a ginormous lead of 18 points. It was a single-digit game at halftime, so quite the run here for Boylan in this very impressive third quarter. Ball swung back around. Roulette with the basketball. Looking inside, now at the top of the key. Hunter Deckman back to Roulette. Drives into the lane, kicks it back outside. A three ball from the left wing. That's nothing but net. Zach Cooper from downtown. He had a pair of them in the last game. And he adds on to that. Now on the dribble. Huntley's on the drive and trying to put up a Sang. A floater, good. Now 27 seconds left here in the third. And the lead's been trimmed to 19. 55-36. 18 left here in the third. Now with the basketball is Roulette with 7-6. Roulette drives back. A kick out, a three from the right side, no good. And the rebound goes to Huntley with 1 second left. And a heave at the horn by Roulette goes wide. So after 3 quarters of play, your score, Boylan 55, Huntley 36. A reminder here that we have plenty of games still to come here from the competition gym at Harry D. Jacobs High School in Algonquin, Illinois. This is just day 2 of a 5-day tournament. And all the games we broadcast right here on the Beacon Academy Network. And some of the games still including today include Zion Benton and Grant. That's another pool play game. Both teams are 1-0, so that will be a fun one for sure. At 4:30, Cary Grove and Marion Central. That's a 4:30 tip. Crystal Lake South and Barrington at 6, and Johnsburg and Jacobs will be a 7:30 tip-off later tonight. Jacobs, of course, being the nightcap game since they are the host school. Jacobs already with a 1-0 record. Crystal Lake South also with a good, impressive record for the Gators. Grant and South Elgin also are undefeated atop their brackets due to their free throw percentage. So the ball's going to be inbounded here for Boylan. With 8 minutes left, Luke McDermott with the basketball. Dribbles it back towards the top of the key. Swings it back into the corner. Pass inside. Dribbling. Fairley kicks it out. A three ball. No good. Rebound going back the other way for Huntley. Danny Spaeth with the basketball. Kicks it over to the corner. Matthew Sang drives. Sang goes up. And they're going to call a traveling violation, but he held on to the basketball. Huntley wanted to jump ball, but they weren't going to get. And Boylan's now 7 minutes away from trying to finish up this one. Kick back outside. And a nice move inside by Fairley, and he does it again. Sam Fairley has been the offensive juggernaut here today for Boylan. Oladipo sends it back outside. On the drive, into the lane. Sang, shot no good. Saved, though, by Huntley, and we're going to have a push foul against Boylan with 7:10 now left in the fourth. 57-36 now in favor of Boylan. To our crew for these broadcasts. We can't do it without you. A great job by every single one of you. Kick into the corner. Sang on the dribble. Lost the basketball. but it goes back to Sandy Spaeth. With the basketball now is Larry Oladipo. Sends it over to Koss. Pass inside, kicks it back outside. A three ball from the corner. Sang off the top of the backboard, no good. Boylan's going to try to go back the other way, and they will. McDermott on the dribble. Tries to pass it off. We have a foul on the backside. Alec Koss, his second, team's fourth. Into the game now for Huntley. J.J. Flores. Ball's passed in. The inlet pass inside by Fairley, no good. The rebound attempt put up and count it with the foul, Zach Cooper. But Sam Fairley with the great inbounds pass. Now we've seen some very solid players thus far in the tournament. Fairley might be one of the best of them. And the free throw after the made basket's no good. Now the other way will be Huntley. Kicked in the corner, Koss. Koss waiting for a pass. Instead he floats up a shot. Looked like a pass from here, but either way it's no good. Now coming back the other way will be Boylan, but the pass was not made as McDermott overthrew the pass. So 6:17 now left in regulation and a 23-point lead now for Huntley. On the dribble, J.J. Flores throws a pass up ahead. He'll crosses the timeline. Throws a pass into the corner. Back towards the top of the key. On the dribble now is Flores. Back to Oladipo. He drives into the lane. The free throw line is in. Hand, no. But he tries to battle for his own rebound. Out of bounds. And it will stay with Huntley. Checking the game, Wogu. Back in for Boylan will be Frank Alvarez. 5:55 now left in the fourth, a 23-point lead for Boylan. Kick into the quarter. Flores thought about a three, took one and missed. And now Boylan comes back the other way. Alvarez in the dribble. Strong pass over into the corner, McDermott. Now back, and we have a jump shot attempt by Fairley, no good, but an offensive foul called first. That'll be on Hunter Deckman on the drive. Actually, Cooper's going to pick up the charge. His second, team seventh. No free throws, though, because of the player control foul. Now on the dribble will be J.J. Flores trying to cross the timeline. Now here's Spaeth, kicks into the corner. Thought about a three. And now driving in, layup, no good. Rebound going back to there's Boylan. With McDermott with the basketball, he hands it off. He'll get it back. McDermott drives in, tries to put up a shot, no good, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Titans. A reminder, a lot more good basketball action today, including a 3 o'clock game between Zion Benton and Grant. That is a conference matchup in the tournament. We'll talk about that game more later on. A jump ball possession. Again, this is the Hinkle Holiday Tournament. Jim Hinkle named to the Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame in 2010. Definitely a great basketball coach here at Jacobs and well-deserving of being honored as the main title sponsor, quote-unquote, even though it wasn't a sponsor to the honorarium. And now checking into the game will be Anthony Foreman. The ball is inbounded. With the basketball now, it's Danny Spaeth. And now in the corner was Michael Parks. A three-pointer by Flores, no good. A battle for the board, and Huntley will get it back. Here's Wogu. Throws it back up to Koss. Spinning, layup attempt, but the up and under gets the friendly roll. Danny Spaeth with a nice move. Now with the basketball, it's McDermott. He drives into the lane, spins, kicks it back out. Pass into the corner. Cooper drives, blocked by Wogu, but kept alive there by Boylan. Spinning around, Anthony Foreman kicks into the corner. A three-ball attempt by Deckman. nothing but the bottom of the net. And the lead is now 62-38 in favor of Boylan. An impressive second half, to say the least. Stretch pass over. Here's a 3 attempt from Koss, no good. Battle for the board. And we have a jump ball. Possession will go to Boylan. Checking into the game now for Boylan will be Angelo Seminario. Now Luke McDermott brings the ball across the timeline at the top of the key. He'll drive into the lane, looking for a kick out. He can't. And we'll have a foul on the floor. 3:59 now left in the fourth, 62-38 in favor of Boylan. Huntley's going to do a full line change. They're going to bring in 5 new players. A couple players in now for Boylan that are new. And with 3:58 left in the fourth quarter, it is a huge lead amounting here for the Rockford Boylan Titans. Pass inside. And a shot. No good, but a foul. And going to the line to shoot a pair will be Anthony Foreman. The first free throw coming for Foreman. That one rattles out, no good. Another free throw coming. The shooter's going to get a substitute here if he makes the free throw. And now entering the game for Boylan will be Ronan Jansen. Jacobs High School, the site of this tournament, has had a lot of state champions in the track and field world, but none might be better than Evan Jager, the former Olympian in the steeplechase races, was a state champion in many aspects here in the track field. So very impressive there for Evan Jager and Jacobs High School. So ball's being swung, drive, a layup is good for Boylan. That's Reed Roulette. And now with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left, it's a 25-point lead for Boylan. They saved the best for last here in this one. The shot's blocked, and now Boylan will come back the other way. Frank Alvarez throws it back to Reed Roulette. Pass inside from Nolan Reeser. Kicks it back to Roulette. Roulette waits, kicks it over. On the dribble now is Seminario. Here's Roulette, drives into the lane, kicks it back outside. A 3-ball. No good. Rebound going back the other way for Huntley. On the dribble now for Huntley is DeAndre London. Back up towards the top to Mankey. Swings it over. A 3 attempt from Izzy Flores. No good. And we have a foul going the other way. Each team now in the bonus, and since that foul occurred after the shot, it will be a loose ball foul. It will be free throws coming up for Boylan. Checking back in for Boylan will be Max Farson, and now entering the game for the first time is Sean Wisby. First free throw upcoming. That one's good. Jansen's at the line for Boylan, a lot of Rockford, Illinois, a private Catholic institution. And the next free throw is good. On the dribble now for Huntley. Having it now is Izzy Flores. Swings it back towards the top to Jamison Alar. Pass inside. A fading jumper for DeAndre London, no good. And now coming back the other way will be Boylan. On the dribble, kick into the corner. It's Sean Wisby. Wisby back towards the top of the key. On the drive, Frank Alvarez with the left hand, book it. The lead's been extended to 29. 69-40, with just under 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. DeAndre London with the basketball. Swings it back to the top of the key to Izzy Flores. DeAndre London drives. Brings it back towards the top of the key. Swings the ball across. Now on the dribble was Stephen Brown. A floater from Izzy Flores, and that's good. His full name is Ishmael Flores, but goes by Izzy. Ball deflected out of bounds, and it will go to Huntley. A quick stoppage in play as Izzy Flores had to tie his shoes. With 1:25 now left in the fourth, it's a 69-42 contest. Ball brought across the timeline. Jamison Alar with it. Passes off to Luke Mankey. Izzy Flores with it. Flores trying to hit London backdoor. He can't. Ball brought up the top of the key. Jamison Alar back to the top. Luke Mankey. Inside pass. He tried to hit his man, but a foul is called. And with 1:05 now left in the fourth quarter, the score is 69-42 in favor of Boylan. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Stephen Brown. Brown's first shot gets the friendly roll. So 1:05 now left in the fourth, 69-43. Next free throw is good. So he makes a pair, and the lead's been cut down to 25, but this second half from Boylan's been very impressive. The drive in the lane, a kick out. On the drive now is Sean Wisby, kicks it back out. The jumper from about 8 feet, no good there by Frank Alvarez. We're down to our last minute, but a steal by Alvarez. Brings it back outside to the left three-point line. Kicks it back. Thinking about a three there was Sean Wisby. Kicks it back out. Wisby a three, no. Rebound loose inside, but they're going to try to keep the ball in. They will do Boylan. And now with 34 seconds left, they're going to try to kill as much of the clock as they can. Kick back outside. Max Farson to kick. A three ball is good by Sean Wisby. So Wisby with that three. 14 seconds left. A dribble and a drive into the lane. And a shot by Izzy Flores, no good. And the last 10 seconds of this game, holding the ball back, will be Frank Alvarez. And that will do it. Your final score, Rockford Boylan. The Titans win 72-44. The Huntley Red Raiders are on the losing side. Now you look at the standings in this pool, the fourth pool. Boylan, for the time being, now jumps up to a 2-0 record. And you look at the 0-2 record of Huntley, it's going to be a hard climb for them to get into the winner's bracket. So after a few more minutes of break in between the games, we'll have another game for you. It'll be Zion Benton and Grant. You have been listening to the Beacon Academy's coverage of the Hinkle High School Classic